Hey all you lovely ladies and gents, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to the Truth Frequency. Oh yeah. This is gonna be pretty epic, especially for the neophyte, the newer people. Even for the old though. We're about to get synced up. Let's get that information, get the platform to build from. Let's see, how am I gonna do this? It's gonna be 3 parts. Yep. This is gonna be part 2. Part 1's gonna be kind of like a long thing. We're gonna have to learn a lot. You're gonna have to learn a ton, and I'm gonna have to learn a ton. Now, learning happens, there's many stages to the acquisition of Gnosis. We're going far beyond learning. We're going from learning to application, to understanding, to knowing. Because once you apply something and you can reconcile the idea and your imagination to be in alignment with the perceived results in the physical dimension, on this physical plane, in nature, when you perceive and have aligned yourself and being and mind to see the world through truth, this is Gnosis. Gnosis, the ability to know something, having never even learned or been told about it. The ability to walk anywhere and know why everything is happening, because you have found what is at the base of all, the essence, the same system, the same self-replicating program, the same function that is carried out in all things, known as energy, and how that manifests in different situations. But if you know the base beyond some kind of words, beyond all is self, or all is one, those 3 words is kind of like a drop of water in the ocean. It's like the handle to the car, or the handle to a suitcase. Yeah, you can grab that handle, wave it around like a lot of people do. As above, so below. All is self, all is one. All these maxims from alchemy, all these sacred geometric images and occult symbolism, cosmology, all this shit. God, like, we have to understand that 80% of it was lost through translation. There's keys missing. And I honestly don't even believe that we could understand that one of these systems anyway, like the founder of it. What I'm trying to say is, all these things have deep meaning. All these maxims and all these things are used to align your reality and yourself with the deepest truths. And our great work is to understand that ocean and connect all those puzzle pieces together so we can operate on this plane while seeing the full picture, while being the full being. I was just thinking about, like acupuncture and massage, alternative medicine, homeopathy and whatnot. Fuck, we got all these people. Yeah, you can go to school. You can learn where to stick the needles. You can learn how to massage, puncture, or facilitate the releasing of energetic blockages in the human anatomy, in the human body. You can learn these points. You can memorize the images and the textbooks. But all you're doing is fucking rote memorizing an image or a diagram someone created because that's what they felt. That's what they worked through. To really understand energy, like the image or some kind of diagram or like knowing where to put the needles is literally less than 0.01%. You have to know why and how. Why does sticking a needle here or releasing this point in your hip all of a sudden free up your shoulder? How is that connected? How do all these energy bodies and energetic system that is layered over itself many, many times and is so dynamic, almost like a sponge that is porous, or a rubber band ball that is chaotic? What I'm trying to say here is that we got a lot of people that we have a lot of people deceived. We have a lot of people thinking that someone in the past or something someone else can teach you is the answer. This is so far from the truth. This is so far from the truth. Your understanding to gain true Gnosis, to truly know something, your understanding must be 100% unique and completely your own. It must not be limited by the boundaries of ancient schools of thought, modern schools of thought, any belief system, even the highest forms, occult symbolism and cosmology, alchemy, hermetic studies. All these things, they have to go into your grand scheme. This book that you're writing, your story, how you interpret and understand the all, how you understand what is in this suitcase, so you're not just holding the handle any longer. That suitcase is damn heavy. In fact, it's kind of like Santa's gift bag. It's infinitely large. To understand the deepest truth, the foundation for our existence and reality, and how you interact with this dynamic. To do this, yes, you must get the ideas and the information and stand on the shoulders of greats, but understand that they understood what they said, and those words very different from how you understand it. You and I could read and argue about one sentence for our whole lives, debating the true meaning of it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how I think of this energetic universe and my existence in this reality, and how you think about that. It will be different. It must be different, because you have different experiences to interpret reality through. Yes, we're talking about the same truth, some kind of objective reality, but it is always filtered through a lens of your understanding. And that lens, your understanding, your unique flare, color of light, your individual consciousness, that is what you must cultivate that. So understanding beyond words, bringing into knowing that all is one in this electric universe of energy, to bring that into knowing, you must first start imagining what that looks like. What this looks like beyond the 0.1% of the light spectrum we see. What does this energetic universe look like? What does this ocean of vibrations and connections, layered over layer over layer between all things, what does that look like? What does that feel like, sound like? We can't hear or sense shit. So, using your imagination, using visuals, images, books, and stories as props, as something to give you a little kickstart, a jump. But then taking this imagination and constantly refining how you consider your interaction with everything. Taking this imagination and constantly refining how you see the unseen. Seeing is not believing. Believing is seeing. We see with our brains, not our eyes. We see with our brains, not our eyes. Therefore, we see what we expect to see. Therefore, you must find something. You must know something and believe something to be there that in fact is. And then you can see it. then you can feel it. Then you can interact with it. If you have never felt the subtle energy before, you never will. You never will. Unless you put yourself in a reality where that exists. And how that connects everything. So we are refining this image in our mind. The imagination of the electric universe and all being one thing. The essence that comprises all. And then we start experimenting in the physical while growing the imagination and refining the idea. At the same time, we're expanding it. We're realizing, oh, okay, I can feel a little bit more now, right? I'm seeing how my hand connects to the grass in front of me. And how the light of the moon affects how this feels, whether it's in the shadow or the light of the moon. And then you take that, and then I was connecting that to the sacral chakra, the moon, the water, the emotion. And then that brought me to the tree of life, combined with astrology and the alchemical understanding of the four elements. Which then led me to a larger picture of how the luminous celestial bodies, which we have judged to be the sun and the moon, the stars and the planets, which are none of those things, but we'll use those words. How those are affecting your reality and how you interact with that dynamic, and how ever expanding this ocean is. The fact that that frog over there is giving off a vibration that is affecting the earth and me, and the many different layers that are exuberated and radiating from the celestial bodies. I'm just trying to give you a picture of what I was just thinking about in this late night meditation. I'm trying to give you a picture of what lays behind the handle. Yes, all is one. Yes, we live in an energetic universe. Yes, all is energy. And yes, everything is connected. We hear people fucking spewing that shit. Just spewing it. They have no idea. They never even considered it. To them, those things will only ever be words. They haven't even considered it's possible to know those things. To know that I am connected to you. That you are my reflection. And I am your reflection. To know how our brain frequencies and our vibration and frequency of being attracts or repels, invokes or banishes other frequencies and affects all around us. Well, hope you enjoyed that 20-minute talk. at 12:30 at night. Remember, take these meaningless phrases that are always thrown around. Consider what the greats have been saying. Consider their view. Look and follow your inclinations and dive